Welcome back to Urban Regenerative Gardening, where I show you how to garden without buying pesticides, fertilizers, without buying seeds, show you how to seed save. I got seed saving right here, I'll show you. This is my indoor garden here. Also, I want to update the pepper plants and the strawberries. So, this is the update to the indoor strawberry plants that I did about a month ago. They went through a pretty good transplanting shock there. I had to cut back leaves, like these dead leaves here. I had to cut them back, but you can see where they're coming back here. This one's coming back nice. It looks like maybe about half of them, maybe a little more than half. That one back here is coming back. I have to get on my little ladder here and show you. That one's coming back. That one's coming back. Even got some strawberries. I noticed I've been pulling the weeds out of here. These look a lot like the string bean or the potato plants that I started indoor last year. So somehow this looks like another one here, and maybe another little one there. I'm gonna leave them go and see what. I'm gonna do a true potato seed. TPS is what, if you want to look them up. These I did last year. These are seeds, potato seeds, and you do it from these little berries. You do a fermenting process. So I'm also might as well update the rest of the indoor garden as well while I'm doing this video. These are cabbage. This is celery. And this is lettuce. That's some of the things I'm going to be growing in the indoor garden this year. And the strawberries. And then got to get up here to show the pepper plants up close. I did a video. I thought it was a really good video, but it only got a few views on pepper plants. When I brought these in about a month ago, and they're growing better than I thought they would. I really just thought they'd be kind of dormant, but they're just taking off. So I might eventually put these in bigger pots. These were just tiny little flowers, and this I had this cut way back, and this is growing back. So but these guys I put in these big pots. I put them in these big pots, like 6 of them in the pot, and they'll end up like that. Maybe not that big, but because this is leftover from last winter actually, and it just took I didn't realize it would get that big. In the indoor, they don't necessarily get heads on them, but what I do is I trim them back and I cook the leaves. I steam up the leaves, and it's pretty good. That's a rosemary bush there. So here's my seed saving collection. This is cucumbers seeds. You have to ferment them. This is spaghetti squash seeds. There's another fermenting one that you have to use a fermenting method. This is celery. Celery you don't ferment, you just let them mature, dry out. These are peas. And these are lettuce. That's from a few years ago. This is tomatoes. There's tomato seeds. That's another one you have to ferment. I'll get around to doing videos on all of them. I noticed some of the tomatoes are much more meatier than others, and I think I freeze up my tomatoes and save them up in big bags, and then when I have time in the winter, I make a sauce with them. And I'm noticing some of them are just extra meaty, and they only have a few seeds. So I got the idea that when I get a tomato like that, I ought to take those couple seeds and do a and keep those, because those are the ones I want. I want the meaty ones. So I'm thinking about doing that. It's a new idea I just came up with the other day. This is more tomatoes. And that was lettuce, and I used the rest of them up. These are more peas. And then there's my regular seeds that I had to buy. So, with this gardening method though, the whole deal is that you don't have to spend money. A few years ago, I was looking for a channel like this, and there was none. Now there are some people doing regenerative gardening, and then some of them, sometimes it's called no dig, but nobody's quite doing what I'm doing with the indoor garden, being in town, and trying not to, spend money. They always get around to, buy this soil, buy this fertilizer, and I'm just like, why isn't nobody doing what I'm doing now, 3 years later? I've done a lot of trial and error, a lot of things that didn't work, and I'm still experimenting. If you watch my channel, you'll see that I'm experimenting on things. So, but I remember a few years ago, I was looking for like a broccoli starter plant, and the broccoli plants were like $2 for a plant, and I'm like, you can buy a huge head, and that's all you're gonna get. Maybe you're gonna get a head. You can buy a head of broccoli for like $1, and they want to charge you $2 for a plant. It's like, what? That's where I just kind of lost it, and that's why I started doing this stuff. It's like, okay, there has to be a better way. So this is the better way. And you might think, well, aren't you spending a lot of money on electricity? Well, I have plans to buy solar generators and solar panels. And you might think, well, you're spending money on that, but you do the initial cost, and then you're good. Plus, later, someday, I'm going to build my own off-the-grid farm, and when I go out there to build it, I can take all of my solar stuff, solar kits and everything with me, and just be good. So, I'm not wasting money. Anyway, I'm going to keep the videos a little bit on the short side. Don't forget to subscribe if you find this stuff helpful. And also, remember, like, when the spaghetti hits the fan and you have all this knowledge that I'm showing you, people might want to keep you alive. Hey, this guy can make food out of nothing. So remember that also. Subscribe if you enjoy this, learning all this stuff, and we'll learn more stuff together. Hit the like button, please, and see you on the next video.